So you know what it is. You're good. It's your boy Sean Spencer, my guy Will Kramer, and our guy Ab Low. Will, sending it over to you. What's going on, man?
All right, so I'm going to give credit to Ben Standig on this. I was listening to his podcast, and he did something very, very similar. And essentially what it was is naming the Commanders' free agents to be, and we're going to share if you would be re-signing them or if you think they're going to re-sign him, whichever way you want to go. So the very first one, Sean, I'm going to start off with you here.
Okay.
Derek Forrest.
Yeah, bring him back, bring him back, bring him back. I'm telling you, listen, I understand he's not the best player out there, but he's one of these guys that's been persistent each year, in and out. He still stays on the team, gives his best shot, does what he can when he can get in there, be it special teams or be it, over at safety or everything like that. Bring him back, baby. Let's go.
Ab, what do you think about that?
Honestly, he doesn't move the needle for me. I'm not going to care if he comes back or not. You know what I'm saying? If the price is right, honestly, I think that's going to be a lot of my answers. Is if the price is right. He's a good player. Especially he's one of our guys. So honestly, for that, I'd be like, okay, yeah, bring him back, but if the price is right.
Yeah. I kind of wonder why he would want to come back here. The fact that he was inactive for a whole bunch of games, and he was ticked off during the season when he was inactive.
His dad was too.
And he was too. And you go from being a starter to safety number inactive. I can't see him enjoying us anymore. Yeah. Well, all right, Ab. Here's the next one here. Tressway.
I'm sorry. And another team has to want him also. You know what I'm saying? They have to want him and want to play him also. So it's going to be hard for him to find another team that's going to be like, okay, you were inactive all last year. Come be our starter.
Right.
Right. It's so he might have no other choice but to come here.
Maybe. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, Tressway, you bringing him back?
Oh man. Nostalgia, what I mean? Nostalgia, that makes me want to say it, but then at the same time, he is 35, 36. I'm gonna say okay. I'm gonna say pass. I'm gonna say pass. We want something new. We want honestly, I need to see some 50-yarders, guys. I need those 50-yarders constantly inside the 20. And honestly, we've had this conversation before, guys. Too many times they brought players in, and honestly, we were giving them a pass because we're like, oh, he's a left leg kicker, so that's why they're bringing in all these punters. I'm sorry, he's a left leg punter, and that's why they keep bringing in these punters for practices. But there has to be something on why. There's something they're not telling us, and I think they know it. They're just like, we respect you. You're a leader of our team. We're not going to blow your spot out. But that's why we're bringing these, and we're just gonna be secretive on why it is. We need a new punter, guys.
All right, Ab, you're gonna have to. I mean, Sean. Sorry, Sean. Now up to you. This is why I don't play point guard. You get to dispute that.
Listen. The reason he didn't punt this year is because they were honoring him for all of his years of service. So they said, we're going to go for it on 4th down, and you could rest this year, because they knew he was the MVP in the dark ages of the Washington Commanders. I don't say that stuff about my man Tress Way. Okay, he can punt here until he's 78, and I'll be all right. Okay, Tress Way will be punting in DC. Tress Way's coming back. I will pay his salary my damn self. Let's go.
I think I have to agree with Sean here.
Keep his number to JD5. That's
Yep.
Keep him here long enough.
Yep. I think I might have to agree with that. But I actually I agree, Ab, that it was very weird during this year how many times they brought in a right-footed punter for practice. Like, if they got annoyed with the fact that they had to keep doing that, for their own team to be getting some practice. But I thought I saw something statistically. He still was ranked like within the top 5 when it comes to, I don't know if it was, yards per punt or something, that he didn't seem to have the same statistical season that we were used to, but that he was still effective. But there's one aspect besides the locker room leadership that he brings that I think is going to bring him back for at least another year. And he is a darn good holder. And how many times did he grab that ball, some bad snaps in his career, where he has saved us to get a kickoff? And so do you re-sign a punter because he's a good holder? No. His job is to punt the ball, but I'm not ready to give up on Tress yet.
In Tress we trust.
That's right. And I'm still trying to find on the internet. I'm trying to find a Tress 5 Commanders jersey so I can wear that on discount. So from the front, people are going to think it's JD5, but instead I paid $20 in the back.
This way, Tress way. Let's go.
All right. I'm going to come to you on this one. I'm trying to skip around and not make them too simple. All right. Let's think about this one. Jeremy Chin.
Absolutely. Bring him back. Multi-years too. That's no brainer right there. That is one that I think we need to bring back. He played at a high level, and honestly, he played cheap too. You get what I'm saying? So honestly, like that right there, like we asked him to prove it. He did that and beyond. You know what I'm saying? And to me, it's like he's the type of player that we build around. You get what I'm saying? So honestly, I wouldn't say max out the safety position on his ass, but at the same time, if we can get him like a respectable deal, you know what I'm saying, bring his ass back 3 years, that type of shit, and build the defense around him. Get him some cornerback help. You know what I mean? I'm all for it.
What do you think, Sean?
No, I piggyback on that. I mean, he showed the improvement throughout the year. It looked kind of iffy in those first couple of games, but he definitely came to play later in the season and proved to be just a impact player. So yeah, I'm right 100% with you, Ab. Bring him back a couple of years. Let's lock that position up, and move on. I love that. Bring him back.
Yeah, he seemed to get better as the season went on, and towards the end of the season, he really started making some impact. So, and the fact that he's young, he was drafted the same year as Chase Young, and finished second in Rookie of the Year voting with Chase Young. I had no idea he was that young. So I certainly think he is a prime person for them to extend in a multi-year deal, like you said. The only thing I'm going to say what I'm curious about is the fact that there is a dude out there that played in San Francisco by the name of Hufanga that Adam Peters may know pretty well. But I'm with you. I see Jeremy Chin coming back, and I see them giving him a good contract. All right, Sean. Diami.
God, get him out of here. I'm going to be honest with you, man. Like, this man has caused me so much pain, so many headaches, trying to defend this guy. Look, at the beginning of this year, we all said, let's give him a chance. Maybe he can get in here. He's got a good quarterback now. He had certain moments where he looked better. The playoffs, he looked good for when he played, but I just think his time is done here. I think he can go somewhere else and hopefully he can have success, but it just not too much success. He broke my heart too many times. This is a little personal for me, him being a North Carolina guy. I advocated for us to get him in-house. We got him, and it didn't work out for me. So, yeah, happy trails, my friend.
What do you think, Ab?
Oh, he's going to come back. Psych, I'm playing. So, psych, I'm playing. Nah, man. I've been his biggest hater. I really have. And every time he dropped the ball, all I ever wanted to say, see. That's all I ever wanted to say. Every time he dropped the ball, it was like, see, that shit. And honestly, he proved me right too many damn times for me to sit here and say, bring him back. You know what I mean? Even as like a number 4 wide receiver. Like I'm even like, to me, in cases, I think we can bring him back and he's number 4, you know what I'm saying? Like, just in case we need somebody back up, like, why not? But honestly, I can't even see him being on the team anymore, for real. I think there are better number 4s. I think we can do better for a number 4 wide receiver out there. So I just can't see him coming back, guys.
Yeah, I think playoff Diami has kind of like clouded people's visions of, like you said, what was the last 4 years of Diami. One thing he does bring to the table of the guys of the wide receivers, though, is he is the fastest of all of them, and he is the best deep threat, which we are missing right now, some of those deep plays. But I don't think he's coming back. I think he's going to get more money. He's going to want more money than what they're willing to offer him. I think he's trying to get paid. Go for it. He should try. This is his chance. I think someone will pay him, and I think someone will give him a chance to be a wide receiver 3, maybe, which I don't think he deserves. And I don't think he'll be here. So, yeah, I think it's time we say goodbye to him. All right, Ab. John Bates.
That's hard. Great blocker. What's the going rate for a great blocking tight end though? Like, you know what I mean? With no production, like like how do you pay a player like that? You know what I mean? Like he's great depth, guys. Like honestly, it's like, again, depends on the price. Depends on the price. I you know what I mean? Like it. He's coming back. He's coming back, and it just depends on the price. You know what I mean? He's a great blocker, but it's very hard to gauge a blocking tight end with no production. So I can't, like, you know what I'm saying? What kind of contract do you give him? $5 million a year? You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, guys, depends on the price.
Yep. Yep. Sean, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm not giving this guy a double-digit number. You know what I mean? I'm not giving him 10 mil. I'm not doing anything like that. But one thing I do think that we should probably do is make him into maybe an H-back more, where he's tight end and maybe fullback. Maybe bring him in the backfield. He's an excellent blocker, like you said, Ab, but there's no production whatsoever. maybe we can, bring him back in the backfield so then we can slip him out in the flat. Because I love his toughness. I love his, kind of tenacity, what he's been bringing. But yeah, he's not providing anything else. And that matter of fact, that's why we got Sennett, because Sennett was supposed to be the guy that was supposed to help go over the top. But that hasn't come to fruition. So, bring him back. Absolutely love his toughness, and reminds me of the Hogs and the Don Warren and Clint Didier and all those guys, Rick Doc Walker. But we got to do something to, like Ab said, make it financially viable. Like he can't just be a blocking tight end and you pay for it. Like let's move him back and have him kind of be more, be that guy on punt return that maybe does some fake stuff, or, even Sennett caught the fake punt in the playoff. So, Bates, you got to do something more, man. That, but bring him back for sure.
I think this is going to be interesting to see what they value, because we don't know what we have in Ben Sennett with his lack of production this year. And was that because he couldn't get past someone like Bates and he couldn't get past in the passing game someone like Zach Ertz? So we really don't know. But like you said, how do you pay a blocking tight end? And you know what? Honestly, the way I look at him is he was a darn successful draft pick. Picked in the 4th or 5th round, became a very serviceable NFL player. That's exactly what you want from a 4th or 5th round pick. And I say, let's look to get another blocking tight end with our 6th round, 7th round pick and replace that spot, that type of player later with much cheaper, and let him go elsewhere. All right. Sean, Marcus Mariota.
Look, now, if you would have asked me this in the beginning of the season, if you would have asked me this anytime probably before the Panthers game, I would have said, get rid of the guy. Why is he here? The Panthers game, when he had to go in because JD5 was out, the Panthers were terrible. Okay, so it wasn't like he was going up against the Chiefs or anything. But still, he came in and he did what he needed to do, and we looked really good. And years past, I don't think a backup comes in and is able to do that type of stuff, even on a team like the Panthers, but he was able to do that. That was huge to me. And then his impact was truly felt. And I think we all know that moment. The Atlanta Falcons game-winning drive. JD gets hit in the ribs, kind of down. Marcus comes over to him and says, this is what you're built for. Get in there and win the game type deal. The on the field, being able to come in there and play if we need him is huge. And the drop off we know is there, but still he knows what he's doing. It almost gives you that Jacoby Brissett feel. But then also the character and the being able to, I've seen what's going on in this league. I know how to handle situations. I know what to say in those moments. Having that in-house is huge. So I'm not trying to pay, an arm and leg for the guy, but if we can get him on a nice team-friendly deal, I say bring him back in-house.
All right, what you think?
A good deal, I would say 2 years. Like, give him an extension. You know what I'm saying? 2 years, $16 to $20 million deal. That's good. That's good. We gotta be honest, guys. Mariota has been the best backup quarterback we've had since Sam Howell. So
sorry, man. Sorry, bro. Sorry. When he comes back and beats us, I'm just gonna sit back. and say, I tried to tell y'all to keep my man safe. But you know what? It's okay. Y'all gotta learn the hard way. It's all good. You could have been doing all this year with Sam. It's all good.
I'm expecting Sean to pull like the Will Smith. Keep my quarterback's name out of your mouth.
Exactly. Talk about
Excuse me.
My quarterback.
Oh man.
My quarterback.
He's been the best backup quarterback since Sam Howell. So
come on.
Honestly,
that's
we
high
need to bring
praise.
him back.
That's high praise. All right.
Bring him back.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, and I echo what Sean said at the beginning of the season. I was not a fan of this guy. He played really well. The scheme seems to fit what he does, and his leadership and camaraderie with Jaden, I think, is certainly helps. And so I'm good with bringing him back. All right, Ab. Did I go to you? Yeah. So Ab, this is yours. Dante Fowler Jr. Are you re-signing him?
Sack leader of our team. We are not re-signing him. Fowler has underachieved his whole career, and he needed an opportunity, and he got one with Dallas, and then he came over here with Dan Quinn. And honestly, like, he was there was high expectations of him since he was drafted, but this is his only year he's actually really produced. And to me is he's going to want to go somewhere else also, you know what I'm saying? And at the same time, he's only, like, if I'm correct, he only played in 57% of the snap counts. You know what I'm saying? And to me, I think we're going to want somebody that's going to be on the field a little bit more than that. And sack specialist, cool. Like, honestly, props to him. But I don't think we're going to pay him what he thinks he should be paid for having all those sacks. I think, and that's fine. Just like he said about Diami, this is going to be his first time to actually flex and be like, I deserve more than that, and be overpaid, like, for other teams. Like, this is like his career best, and good for him, but it just won't be for us.
Sean, what do you think?
Yeah, no. So, yeah, I agree. I think he's gonna want the bag. He's gonna want some money because of this production. But I do go back to the question that we had in the buzzer beater segment where you said, will JD5, kind of encourage, people to come in and, maybe for a discount. I think I don't know if we would do it. I don't foresee us doing, getting him back on a discount or anything like that. I do think that he would at least entertain the conversation because of his connection to Quinn. But this is kind of somewhere where I thought, like, the Wagner deal. Let's give him a 1 year, one-off, give him a set amount. If you want to, earn the long term or something later, you got to do it again. Do this another year. We've been burned too many times where you pay somebody and then they fall flat on their face and they don't do anything. So, it's, I agree with Ab that I've always wanted him. You guys know, every time we talk about this stuff, I've always said, bring him in for cheap, but just because he was just the guy to have in. I never expected him to ball out and do what he did this year. So he far exceeded my expectations this year, but will he do that again? Is this the guy? Is this who he is from here on out? Or will it depend on, all of the rest of the stuff? And so that's where I'm kind of like, I'm not willing to pay him for that just yet. But I mean, if he can't get anything elsewhere, he wants to stay here for team friendly, let's work it out. But, I'm happy for him. Move on. But I think like Ab said, like, I think he kind of might overvalue how good he is off this 1 year.
Yeah. I mean, it seems insane to say, hey, thank you for the 10.5 sacks. Good luck signing elsewhere. Good luck with your next team. And so I think he's going to hit free agency and get that opportunity to negotiate. It'll be curious to see, is someone willing to give him a multi-year deal because of that, or is that not coming to fruition? And then he's able to say, hey, Dan, I'm gonna come back and go play where I know I'm well. Jared, just talking about a Dallas guy. Good timing.
What up, Jared?
All righty. Let's see. Sean,
Mm-hmm.
Zach Ertz, are you bringing him back?
I say yes. And my main reason for saying yes right now is what we talked about before. I'm looking at Bates, and I'm looking at Sennett, and I'm looking at your boy Yankoff. And I'm saying, what? We don't have one full tight end, and the three of them. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, they all do one or two things on their own, but they don't do it all. Ertz, he's the leader. He's he's a third down, safety cushion. He's great rapport with JD5. I think you got to bring him back. I think another 1 year type deal. We know his age. He's not going to be playing that much longer. You bring him back from 1 year spot and just keep that chemistry, keep that camaraderie with Jaden just another year and help to get Deebo kind of acclimated to what they got going on.
I like it. Dab, what do you think?
I think he comes back. Do I think he should? No. To me today, Evan Ingram's just popped up, and he's about 5 years younger than Zach Ertz. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Right there, that is a multi-year signing right there. If we really are hard up for a tight end, you get what I'm saying? So, and I think there'll be more, guys. I really do. And Ertz is just older. Like, do I respect the camaraderie, the repertoire that they share together? Like, I love it. I love it all. And I respect and I love what he's done for our team last year. And like he second leading receiver pretty much. So honestly, I love that. But at the same time, this is not about feelings. It's not about what you did before. At the end of the day, this is a business. You know what I mean? Can we find better? And I think that's what we should be doing, is asking, can we find better? Right. And can we find, and to me, if we're looking at free agency, we just saw Zach, unless there's character issues with Evan Ingram, I think that's where we should be looking towards to for that. He's younger, and like, you know what I'm saying, he's 30 years old, so why not sign him and have him grow with JD5? He probably, like, honestly, Evan Ingram's already showed, you give him the right quarterback, he's going to ball the hell out.
Gotcha. For me, Zach Ertz is a no-brainer to come back because I think he's going to be inexpensive, relatively inexpensive to be your starting tight end. I don't think there's many places that are really going to sign him. Plus, also, I think he's looking at where can I fit in really well. And while he won't be our second leading receiver next season, he was this year, and he was that comfort safety valve for Jaden. And I see him being that. I feel like he's going to have less catches next year, but more impactful third down touchdown catches as that type of resource for him. So I certainly think we do, but I also think we look at this tight end class to see there's a lot of talent here. Are we able to draft his replacement at some point? Because there's a lot of good talent in this draft. Exactly like Jared's saying.
Arroyo, yeah, Arroyo, Payton Jr.
But the other part is Ertz is a blocker too. He's not just the pass catcher out there. He actually could play and stay in as blockers. And so they're like Aurora, some of these guys are showing out as receivers, but there's more to the position.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're just going to do a few more of these and we'll call it a day. This one should be pretty quick. Sean.
Yeah.
Cornelius Lucas.
Is he 33?
He's more than that. He's like 36.
Is he 36?
I thought I was going to say 39. So we got to check his age, We really gotta check his age. I was gonna say 39.
Yo,
He's 33 years old.
Oh wow.
Oh,
This July he will be turning 34.
okay.
Okay.
My bad.
Okay.
My bad.
Listen, he's turning into our next Morgan Moses. Like the guy, he's here. He's consistent. We can bring him in. We can depend on him. From the business side of things, like Ab was saying, maybe. I mean, you see what you can do in the draft. You see what you can do in free agency. For bringing back our guy, Mr. Moral Support, I say keep him another year. I mean, we're turning into the over the hill gang with some of these older guys, but guys like this. I mean, we're talking about the core, the foundation of the team. Cornelius Lucas, wasn't he our? No, Terry was our Walter Payton Man of the Year, but I think Lucas was it last year.
It was Leno.
Leno, that it was. Yeah, never mind. So yeah, but Lucas, yeah, definitely. I want, for sentimental reasons, I want to keep the guy, but I think we should. I think he's good. It's a benefit to have him on the line. I want my lineman. You know how I feel, guys.
Yep. All right, Ab, are you bringing him back?
33 years old is not old for a lineman, surprisingly. But he knows our system. He's been here a few years. Yeah, bring him back. If not, I don't care either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was just saying, until you can get someone better than him as a swing tackle, I think you got to bring him in. It's not ideal to be bringing in a 33, 34-year-old as your next in line tackle when someone goes down, but he's shown that he can play both sides and keep it going if you need to. So I'd like to get someone better than him, but until you find it, bring him back. All right, two more. Ab Olamide Zaccheaus.
I'm going to say no because the same thing with Diami. I think we can find better. Simply, we can find better.
Valid. Sean.
I would agree. I agree with you. I mean, I think we can find better. I loved what he did for us, but some of those punt return fumbles and some of those drops just during the middle of the year had me fired up about him. So I know this is your guy, Will, but I don't have anything connecting to him, and he can roll out for me. I'm good.
I'm going to bring him back, but I'm also going to let him know you're fighting to get on the field. I'm not bringing you back to be a wide receiver 3. I know the coaches love him. Cliff loves him because he can play multiple positions and all that stuff. And he is a little bit on the smaller side, but I'm like, he's probably gonna be cheap. And so if he's my cheap 4 wide receiver 5, sure, why not? All right, last one. The name that's so hard to pronounce. Are we going to have to say the word Igbenogany for a second season? Sean, this is yours.
Yes, absolutely. Even before we knew his name, we knew number 1 was on the field. We didn't even know he got this guy, but number 1 is balled out. And like we said earlier in the year, Noah Igbenogany is the epitome of these picks by Adam Peters and Dan Quinn and these guys. It's somebody it's a tough guy that plays great ball. He's always around the ball. He's doing great things, but he might not be, number 1 publicized guy but he's a team player. He does his job. I absolutely love him. I love learning his name throughout this year and being able to be in conversation and be like, oh, you mean Noah Igbenogany? Oh yeah, I know that guy. I like that guy. But yeah, no, the way he's played. I mean, when we've had the likes of a Benjamin St. Juice and a Michael Davis on that in our secondary, he has been a sight for sore eyes, let me tell you. So bring him back, all the way back.
I like it. What about you, Ab?
I like him. I do. Honestly, bring him back to me. For me, I love it. And to me, but at the same time, I think we all need to realize when we are talking about these 1 year guys, and how do I say this? The power's in their hands for all these 1 year guys. And so if we're like, we want you back, the price is going to be significant, not significant, but it will be more. You know what I'm saying? I.e., Wagner's contract was more than what his last year's contract was also, even though it's just here, like, even though it's like a matter of like a single digit millions, it's still more, you know what I'm saying? Right. So these 1 year contracts are hard. We signed them last year. We're going to have to sign these guys to multi-year contracts. So that's a big question in itself. But Noah, like, I'm definitely all about signing him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, if he's willing to come back, I'd certainly take him. Yeah. The time he signed last year, we hadn't drafted Sanders still, so he didn't know that he was going to be drafted over. So you kind of wonder, is he going to come back here knowing that he may be sitting on the bench even more? But if he's willing to come back, by all means, I'd bring him back because he was a quality corner that stepped up, and when we had injuries, he played really well. All right, good deal. Thank you.
Oh yeah, that was back or Garland. I got Will Kramer.
Dun, 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 dun.
Let's go. The Washington Commanders